Hello again, everybody. This is HashBrownClown today. I have a guide for you about resources. So let's get started talking about resource tiles. First off, I'm going to show you this neat little feature that I picked up. Down here in the left side here, you'll see a map with a telescope. You're going to go ahead and hit that. That shows your position on the kingdom overview of where you are. And if you hit this button here, it looks like the food with a map. It's going to show you the resource tiles chart. And right here tells you which level is in each tile, or in each square there. And each level of resource is going to have more resources for each tile, and you're going to get a faster resource per second gather rate for the higher level resources than you would the lower ones. You should try to get close to level 5 resources if you can. Obviously safely. Do it as safe as you can. If you were in a kingdom, with a ton of 25s near the level 5s, and you're level 9 coming in there, you might as well stay away. You might as well go for the 3s and 4s because they're just going to dominate that area. This is easier on like a newer kingdom as well. If your protection's like 89 days, that means you're going to have a lot lower level people there. The only ones high level are going to be the ones that paid for it. So you can relocate closer to the center there until it starts to get really competitive, when people have higher level stuff, and it takes a lot longer for you to recuperate your wall and all that good stuff. Remember to clean up your resource tiles. There's a lot of them that I see around. Look at this 20k. That aren't getting fully depleted because there's only so many that can spawn in each region, and if there's filled up with a bunch that are less than full, then you're not going to get new ones spawning in. This one's pretty good. I've been trying to clear them out recently, but there's still some bad apples around here. Always gather using the first come first serve basis. Whenever I look for a tile, I'm not going to attack one like this that already has somebody on it. That's just messed up, like their full army's not there, they're just trying to get resources. If you're gonna start a war, attack a turf. Don't attack a resource tile. A lot of times you can see, I'm trying to find one here, you'll see like an orange arrow of somebody incoming to this resource tile. If you see that before you put your troops on there, don't put your troops on there. That's just a dick move. Another thing I want to talk to you about is the cargo ships, or cargo ship. You get this at Castle 13. It's down here in the water. You're going to get 4, every 6 hours, you're going to get 4 things that you can buy. You can buy them with different resources for each one. It's different things. This one was speed ups. This one was ore, and I think I gave them like 1.4 mil ore, and I got almost 2 back. So it's always a pretty good return rate, unless you're trading like, say you're low on wood and they have 4 mil food. You don't want to trade for that 4 mil food because you're going to have a lot more food than anything else as far as your, resource packages. Look at all that. I got 40 million right there. It's like 65 million right there, 60 million. Compared to these other ones that are a lot lower. The food resource pack is definitely the most common. That's why also why I only have 1 farm, which you only need to level up so that you can level up your manor. Manor takes a higher level farm. That's the only thing that needs it. I do not have any other farms because your food intake is constantly going to be negative. The hourly upkeep, my production to upkeep is just trash. Well, if you have 0, you're not going to lose troops. So there's really no point in trying to fight that. Just build things that aren't going to have a negative upkeep on it. Like I just threw in 1 or 2 of each other thing. There are 2 talent boosts for your gathering speed. One would be right here, and that maxes at 17%, as well as the max load that increases their capacity. And these ones down here, which both max at 100% for gather speed and army capacity. And there's 2 research projects for each as well. The first one of each is going to be in economy, weight training 1, which goes up to 75% at level 10. Resource harvesting 1, that goes up to 70% at level 10. And then in army leadership, I believe this opens at castle 17, but then you have these 2 here. That army capacity 30, resource harvesting 30. So they aren't the best, but I mean, you do them one time and they're done. You have a permanent boost. There are no heroes that I've found anywhere that give resource gather speed. There are heroes that increase your production, but that production is going to be this production right here. It's not going to be your gathering as well. It doesn't mean that IGG won't come out with one. It's just that it's not out yet. Once it is, I'm definitely buying him, but he's not near yet. And then lastly, the armor pieces. This Nossaris monster hunt has definitely been my favorite. As you can see here, all 3 of these pieces give resource gather speed, construction speed, army capacity. Oh, the guard doesn't give army capacity, but the helmet and the lance here both give it. And if you're not one of those pay-to-pay players, you don't like putting any money in it, there's still, each one of these monster hunts, there's 1 item in each that you can make without having to buy anything, which for this one is the Nossaris mask, which I have mine up to blue, and the end boosts for it are pretty good once you get it up to legendary grade. But if you're ever wondering, if they do add any other items in after this, you can just go ahead down here to this select filter. Set it to either gathering speed or capacity. You can see these 3 are the only 3 for gathering speed. But if you go down here to capacity, there's 13 pieces that give higher army capacity. You just go ahead and look through them, find out what's best for you, what materials you have for. And I went ahead and made a graph showing which level of resource tile gives which amount for, each research. I'm going to go ahead and put the link for that in the description down below if you guys want to check that out. It's some pretty good information I couldn't find anywhere else online. So I believe that's the first actual chart that was made for it. Go ahead and check it out. It's in the description. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.